Hi everyone, I'm Brian Ewell, the Master Superintendent of Uplands Golf Club. Today I'd like to actually catch up, provide you a year in review of what's happened at Uplands. I know it's been a few months since I've done a vlog. We've had a busy fall and kind of explain a few things what's going on. With over 66,000 rounds this year, the golf course has been very, very busy. And overall, the plant health has been quite exceptional. When you look at almost the end of December, the kind of turf color and turf health we have had great success. One of the things that I have done this year is really expanded the use of our compost tea. The compost tea helps overall plant health, but one of the things that we've seen is the increased rooting on treated versus non-treated. The picture shows the untreated, that the roots aren't too big versus the treated. We've got some good rooting depth on it. That helps with water absorption, nutrient absorption, and just overall plant health. One of the second things that we've seen this year as well is the reduced disease incidence. The impact of microdochium patch and anthracnose, the compost tea, is antagonistic. The petri dish on the left has one droplet of a pathogen, microdochium or pink snow mold, and you can see how it fills the petri dish. Just with a drop of compost tea on the right-hand side petri dish, you can see the impact that it has. It doesn't completely kill the disease, but it definitely reduces the severity of disease damage. So we're really happy with the use of the compost tea, and we're going to continue with the use in 2026. Another part of our success this year is we were working with Corey Almack, a soil agronomist. Corey came out twice this year and took soil tests on all the different playing surfaces. And from there, Corey developed specific nutrient programs for us and has helped us reduce our nutrient inputs, but also specialize, increasing, for example, potassium sulfate on a few fairways where others didn't need it. So he's actually helped us save some money and reduced our nutrient inputs. We've had a very successful year overall leading up into the tour event, which we had in September, with the exception of a mast year. Every 5 years, the Garry Oaks produce acorns, and this year was a mast year. And as the picture shows, we have a heavy acorn drop here on the 18th green, and that green had actually been blown off 3 times already that day. So it was quite challenging to pull that off, but overall the players and the tour officials were very pleased with the overall course conditions. But one of our challenges was as we're leading into the tournament event in September, 2 of my full-time staff, my irrigation technician and my horticulturalist, left for other careers or another job. So it left us a couple key positions short. So I was actually busy doing irrigation repairs myself. My irrigation repairs lasted long into the day and sometimes in the evening, so my daughter Amanda would stay after shift supervising me, arms crossed, making sure I'm doing a good job. One of the highlights, or 2 highlights actually for me this year, is I actually got 2 autograph hats from players. One of them happened to be AJ Ewart, who in turn ended up shooting a 59 on one of the days, which was a course record. And then AJ also just won the Tour Q School to get onto the PGA Tour. He's a Vancouver boy and he's going to do very well. Secondly, I got an autograph from Michael Brennan. And Michael, they warned us that he was a very talented player, and then sure enough, 4 weeks after our event, he actually won his very first tour event on the PGA Tour. So it shows you the caliber of players that we've seen come here at Uplands Golf Club over the years. But once again, each year we continue to learn what we can do in the golf course and push for course conditions. After the tour event was over, we continued on with aeration. So we started aerating in about October. But one new thing that I did this year is we applied over 320 ton of sand on the fairways. And this would be about the only thing that we've done differently, and I could only explain why the golf course is draining as well as it is. When you look at this year, for example, we've had 220 millimeters of rain for the month of December. Normally we get 140 millimeters. So this is a 65% increase in rainfall for the month of December, and we haven't even finished the month for rainfall. As far as 2026 coming up, we're planning to get back into some course renovations, so I'm looking forward to starting early March on some work around 15 green. We're looking to remove the surrounds around the green, the bunkers, and then sloping off the sides and the back of the 15th green there. So it'll play similar to a Pinehurst style or a soil push-up golf course, where like what our golf course is. So if you go over the back, you're going to have short grass to putt and chip from, and then the same on the side. So it'll actually add more challenge around a very small green coming in for your second or third shot. And then we can also showcase a nice Gary Oak that's in the center of the green there as well. We're also looking to add 2 fairway bunkers on the right of 15. So I know golfers will be happy to catch your golf balls from rolling into the pond and getting just kind of showing you where the hazard is. So this will be a nice improvement. It'll add to the just different challenges for our members and players throughout the year. So we're looking to start that on in the beginning of March. Once we finish the work on 15, then we'll move on to the 16th hole, where we're going to look to remove the mounds at the back and again taper the back of the green back to fairway height on the back, and that's the way it was in the early 80s when I started here, and having short grass. So it'll be a tough chip or putt up to get onto that shelf of the back of the green. Then we'll also soften the mound on the right and then renovate and bring the bunker on the right, bring it a little bit more in play to kind of protect the front right corner of the green there. So once again, adding challenge to a nice short hole and a beautiful hole with the Olympic Mountains in the back. With the loss of the horticulturalists, I've enlisted the help of Leslie Murphy. Leslie was the original horticulturalist at Cadova Bay Golf Course and was responsible for some of the installations of their plant material throughout that all of you that enjoy when you play Cadova Bay. So she's helped us do work around the clubhouse and tidy up and prune plant material, and she started to mulch some flower beds around the clubhouse and to the left of the 13th tee. Leslie will then be working on beds around the golf course, removing over mature plant material, mulching beds, and trying to add color where feasible and plant material that's deer proof. And then in the spring of 2026, Leslie will be looking to enhance your first impression as you drive into Uplands Golf Club. So she'll be planting the flower bed in front of our new sign as you come into the club, as well where the existing Uplands sign is close to the road. She would like to add color to there on that right-hand side when you drive into the club, as well as the long bed that's across from the clubhouse. So Leslie will be a great addition to help us throughout as far as to improve and update our plant material, see more color out on the golf course. The programs we got in place for 2026, we're going to have a fantastic year. Happy holidays, everybody, and we'll see you on the course in 2026.